Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Sleepy Hollow. And this movie is directed by Tim Burton and stars Johnny Depp, and it's the story of the Headless Horseman, Ichabod Crane, investigating Sleepy Hollow to try and solve the case of the Headless Horseman. If that's not like the plot description that's completely accurate to what the movie's about, I apologize. Describing plots is my weakness. I guess I'll start with what I like in the movie. Up until the third act, it's pretty much a really, really great horror movie that doesn't rely on anything cheap, and it keeps going at a reasonable pace. It's very fun. There's comedic moments that also keep it entertaining. There are dream sequences in this movie, but never once did it feel like as if I was being cheated or anything. And another thing that I really like in this movie is Johnny Depp as Ichabod Crane. I think that this is a role that doesn't really get much notice anymore, simply because everyone knows him as Jack Sparrow or Edward Scissorhands. But this is a role that I think he was great in, and I think it was great casting for this movie. All the actors do a really good job. I don't have a problem with any one actor in this movie. The soundtrack for this movie is really it fits really well. It's composed by Danny Elfman, and this is him and Tim Burton. I think this is a time when they were still making movies good. Danny Elfman was making good music, and Tim Burton was still making good movies. Or great movies, even. There's, I guess you should quickly dive into some of my problems with this movie. And one of my issues is, once we get to the third act, well, first I should explain that the first two acts are very well paced. It's pretty much a murder mystery, and you don't really know what's going on. And as the movie goes on, it doesn't feel like it's just piling exposition in your face. It's always moving along. But once we get to the third act, they dump this gigantic pile of exposition in your face. And I didn't think that worked. I think it was just too much at once. And one thing is, I don't really consider this a spoiler, but, well, I guess kind of, but I'll try to keep it vague. So the Headless Horseman, he doesn't just kill people, he kills specific people, as it's revealed sometime in like the first or second act, somewhere around there. I think it's the second act. And he goes after specific people and just not random people. And my issue is, to summon him, you need to perform like some kind of ritual, I think, is how they explain it in the movie. And one of the key ingredients is, I think you need some of that person's hair, and I'm just left with an unanswered question as to how this person, works, or not works, how that was possible without anyone noticing. Never wants to explain it. And in the third act, I like the third act. It's just there's some editing choices that I didn't agree with. It's like really quick cutting close-ups. It's just it's not well filmed, and I didn't think, or not well done, I should say. And yeah, and I have one more issue with this movie, and that is there's a romance in this movie, and I feel that it was kind of underdeveloped between Johnny Depp and Christina, right? Ricci. However you pronounce her name, they're, those two characters, their development, their relationship, I think, was underdeveloped, and I think that's all my issues that I have with Sleepy Hollow. And if you're looking for a really fun horror movie that's kind of a murder mystery, and this is the movie for you. And I would recommend it to pretty much anyone who hasn't seen this movie. And I'm gonna give Sleepy Hollow. So there's my thoughts on Sleepy Hollow. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Sleepy Hollow down below. And my social media links, they'll be in the description down below. Follow me there. It's for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and the Stardust app. So follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation. And I'll see you when I get my next review up. And it's going to be the only movie that I've seen in theaters for who knows how long. And that's Joker. Can't wait to talk about that. And one other movie. And after that, I'm going to be talking about a movie that I saw for the very first time. I saw it a few days ago, and I really want to talk about it. American Psycho. And but until I get those up, thank you for watching, and have a great day.